right, welcome back everybody here to the Robert J. Collins Arena for the final game of the evening. The 12-9 Brookdale Jersey Blues facing off against the 9-12 Northampton Spartans. We saw them coming in, a couple of guys standing at 6'7", so they can somewhat match up with Norbert Allen, Brian Crosby, those guys. What do you think is going to be the big deciding factor in this game tonight?
Well, you know, Coach Uzek has been stressing all season, defense, rebounding, you know, fundamentals of the game that he likes to preach so much. And it's going to come down to, you know, which team has a better effort on the defensive end, who can grab the rebounds and, you know, offensive rebounds as well, and really just, you know, control the pace of the game. You know, Brookdale likes to, you know, get out and get the rebounds and run and maybe get some easy baskets, you know, work the big men inside a little bit. So if they can get that going, look for them to have a big game tonight. Yeah,
last time these two teams faced, Brookdale came out on top, so we'll see how they can fare in their home crowd tonight. We saw they pulled out the win last week as we head down to the court. I'm sorry, last week on Tuesday they pulled it out, so going to be an interesting game, I would say, tonight. Definitely stick around. Don't forget, guys, Domino's and Red Bank proudly supporting the Brookdale men's and women's basketball teams this year, feeding the masses here at Brookdale TV as well. Located at 60 English Plaza in downtown Red Bank. Go ahead and order up some pizza right now while you still got some time. Online, on the phone, get on the app, do whatever you got to do to get some food in your belly.
Oh, I like the uniforms Northampton sporting. Black and red, little Rutgers look to them.
Yeah, those are nice. So rolling with the same starting lineup he's had for the past month or so. Isaiah Johnson, Corey Brown, Terrell Cox, Noah Dean, big Norbert Allen. Tim had a chance to talk with Coach Chizak after the game on Tuesday, and pretty much every game for the rest of their season now is in the region.
Really good chance to move up in the region, definitely. Northampton
tonight, Sussex on Saturday, then they go at Atlantic Cape on Tuesday. Thursday right after that is Bergen, and they end it off with Union. They have a little bit of a break next week.
So another game tonight where it's a big win to propel you forward and move up those standings in the region.
Yeah.
A game that they know that they probably should get here, but it's going to take a maximum effort, and we'll see how it goes.
Norbert Allen taking the tip off as always. A lot of movement for Northampton.
Put on a man-to-man, so a lot of screens being set by Northampton trying to get guys open. Good feed inside. Unable to finish.
Bounce.
Oh, Norbert Allen couldn't handle that one.
So we're going to stay down here with a fresh shot clock. First 30 seconds ticked off. Teams haven't drawn blood just yet. Driving in now, and it's good.
Good dribble penetration there.
Michael Samuel putting the first points on the board, 2-0 for Northampton. Oh, and answering right back with a three of his own, Corey Brown.
Corey Brown's been one of the offensive leaders on this team all season long, getting going early here.
First minute off the clock now, 19 minutes remaining, 3-2 Brookdale up. Noah Dean trying to roll over on defense, stopping that three-point opportunity. Nice jumper. Jeremiah Coleman.
Couple of threes back and forth now. Cox for three.
Cox for one of his own.
And
getting him
really
in
stepped
early.
Up his game lately.
We saw him Tuesday, and he was an animal.
Yeah, he was
an
unbelievable.
absolute animal. So now Brookdale up 6-4 after those 2 3-pointers by Corey Brown, Terrell Cox, 18-30.
Ooh.
And banks it in himself. Wow, so it's a
however it goes, it goes.
High-flying game here. 7-6 now, Northampton taking the lead. 2 minutes into this game.
Cox is open in the corner.
He is.
The ball's really being dominated on this side of the floor.
Corey Brown wants it too. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock.
Shot clock winding down now.
10 seconds on the clock. Corey Brown rushing in himself. Nice feed to Noah Dean. He almost saves it.
Couldn't control it.
Score still remains 7-6, Northampton's lead.
Brown had Cox at top, maybe open for a 3, but couldn't really see it.
17:40 on the clock as Northampton's bringing it up with that 1-point lead.
Good play there to get Samuel a good look. And again into the paint.
He's got some moves in there.
And he got the big man Allen to commit, so that left Allen's man wide open, Josh Kaiser, and Kaiser just tipped it back in nice and easy.
So that's a little bit of an uncharacteristic early timeout for Coach Paul. He usually waits a little bit, kinds to let it ride out. Score stands at 9-6. Brookdale down by 3 with 17:30, and we can hear him yelling from up here.
Yeah, and something's frustrating him. I mean, early on, maybe it's the offensive rebound right there. Maybe it's the lack of effort he's seeing.
Yeah.
Something's falling apart early, so he's got to make sure that stops before it gets out of control.
Headed back out onto the court now. Yeah, it seemed like he was getting into Norbert Allen. Had a bone to pick with him. Either team still not committing a foul just yet in this game. And another 3. Oh, and he's on it tonight.
Yeah,
Corey Brown
it.
ties it up 9-9 with 7:15 on the clock now. Coach Paul wants him to play close, giving him too much of a
Samuel's getting by them, so he wants him to get up on him and make it tough for him to get through.
He's very quick, as we've seen so far. Give that to him open. He's going to get it all day.
Shots are falling early here for both teams.
Might see a high-scoring affair here. This is a bit of a shootout. 11-9, Northampton now has the lead.
Good penetration and good pop there by Cox. Good decision, just pull that shot right there. Oh, offensive slugfest back and forth here from both teams.
16.5 minutes left in this first half. Now it's all knotted up at 11. They're trying to open up some shooters. Nice defense there by Noah Dean. A nice job of hauling in.
Good rebound by the big man there.
Ooh, Isaiah Johnson couldn't hit one. Norbert Allen came flying in there.
Might be the first miss from downtown we've seen.
Yeah.
Cox guarding Samuel now, trying to stop that penetration.
Looks like Corey Brown might get called on that one. Still tied up 11-all with 15:51 on the clock.
First substitution of the game here.
Oh.
That ball got deflected, so no backcourt there.
A couple of Northampton guys didn't see it. They were looking at each other like, what just happened there?
Looking to work down low there.
Yeah.
Nothing happening so far. Good job by Noah Dean to deny that ball, making him catch it far away from the basket.
Yeah. They're trying to feed it to 32. Derek Culp.
Over pursued there by Brown. And they made him pay for it.
Yep.
Tried to get in the passing lane there, couldn't make the play. He paid for it.
We're seeing a shootout here. Northampton up 13-11. With just over 15 minutes now on the clock.
Good kick by Brown to Cox.
Ooh.
Can't get it to go there.
Michael Samuel been running things very well for this offense.
Tough pass inside. Good, well defended by Noah Dean. He's doing a really good job early on here on Derek Culp.
Long three for Isaiah Johnson, no good. He's 0 for 2. When he came out on Tuesday, he was firing him out there. Wound up 5 for 7 on the night, I believe. .14.5 minutes now. Score still 13-11 with the Northampton Spartans out ahead.
Good job by Cox to get away from that screen.
But he got him there.
Oh, but
wow, what a shot.
Samuel made a tough shot. Cox played it pretty well coming around the screen there, but Samuel just got enough space to get that shot off. Good look there for Cox. Decides to take a couple dribbles there.
Smart move, but he couldn't finish. 16-11 now, with Northampton holding out this lead.
Looks like Cox will have the responsibility of Samuel. Again, Noah Dean doing a good job of denying that ball inside to Culp. Good defense by Brown. Nope. And this big man couldn't handle it. But again, a good job. You know, Culp couldn't catch the ball, and then Kaiser caught the ball way further out than he wanted it. So a good job of defending early on here by the big men.
Coach wasn't satisfied with that performance. Brought Crosby out. 13.5 minutes on the clock. Score is still 16-11. Northampton out front. They have possession now.
And not a lot going on here. Off shot there, but he's fouled on a three-point attempt. Jeremiah Coleman working through the traffic, getting around the screen there, and Noah Dean just got caught coming through with his arm up, hit him right on the elbow as he was shooting.
Tough one now. He's gonna shoot three. And he makes the first. 17-11 with 13:09 on the clock. What better time than now to order up some Domino's? Call up Domino's at Red Bank, 60 English Plaza in downtown Red Bank. Get a bread bowl. I heard that's the new hotness over there. You can get it on the app. You can go online, Domino's.com. They're open till 10 o'clock tonight, so make sure you get yourself some pizza before that. Misses the second. Since he was behind the three-point line, he gets to take 3 free throws.
Two out of 3 there.
Still not bad. 18-11 with 13 minutes now in this first half. Nice screen by Crosby.
Johnson got to the basket there, but couldn't finish.
Johnson having a little tough time starting off this game.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned his name too much.
No.
Good defensive play there. Good help by Crosby.
Nice job by Crosby.
And Crosby saw that as soon as it started happening, got there, got to the spot, beat the man there to it. Got a good job of blocking that shot.
Oh, he could have dished it out to Terrell Cox, but
big finish there. Brown
and
hung in the air long enough to get that ball in there.
12:24 now on the clock. 18-13 is the score, with Northampton still up front. He's going to try to get this three-point play if he can sink this free throw. He didn't sell it good enough for that ref. No, he wasn't having any of it. He's got a little smile on his face. He know what he did. Fighting there between Isaiah Johnson.
Nearly threw it away.
Josh Coleman fighting for position.
Coach McCarthy wants a timeout there.
He's going to take a timeout with 12:07 on the clock and 18-14 on the scoreboard. Saturday, we will be back at noon. We have the Hall of Fame getting inducted. Former men's basketball head coach and former athletic director Bob Walsack from the years of 1971 to 1997 is going to be inducted.
It's a long time.
Along with a lot of other great people who were involved with this great organization here. So noon is the tip-off for the men's game. We're going to have one game on Saturday. As we've said early in the earlier game, for you to listen to the broadcast, the women are traveling to Maryland to play some games, to make up for the weather we had. 12 minutes on the clock coming out of this timeout.
Yep, the travel. Shuffled the feet there. So after a quick start, a lot of baskets back and forth, a little bit of settling down by both teams, defensively getting a lot better and forcing some tough shots and some turnovers.
Yeah, the pace has slowed down a bit. Isaiah Johnson picking up his first points of the night.
And he had Coleman all over him, but got up over Coleman's arm and was able to finish.
Yeah, his jumper, he's going through the roof with that sometimes. He gets so high up. Brookdale doing a nice job rotating on defense here. Try to set something back up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They got to do it. 6 now.
Nothing going. Forced a shot there.
Yep.
Didn't hit anything.
18-16 with 11 minutes on the clock. Northampton has the lead. Corey Brown is open all the way over there.
Find him.
Can't get it in. Nice rebound by Noah Dean.
He can't get it to go.
Yeah, man.
Good hustle by Dean to get that rebound, but couldn't finish. But Corey Brown's got to knock that down. It's a shot that he knows he can make. Cox trying to work around the screen. Brown and Coleman battling a little bit on this possession down low. Good defensive possession again. Shot clock winding down.
They keep setting up plays with 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds now. They got to get it off.
Nothing there.
I don't think that's the guy they want to shoot that three.
Bad possessions.
Yeah.
Good pass in there.
Isaiah Johnson gets fouled hard. He's going to head to the free throw line with 10:13 on the clock and 18-16 with Northampton still leading.
Couple of really bad possessions on the offensive end there for Northampton. Just winding the shot clock down, not able to get a good shot, kind of forcing it up at the end of the shot clock there.
Isaiah Johnson grabs the first one. 18-17 now, trying to tie it up. Tavon Bennett is going to head in. Noah Dean's going to head out, so they got a lot of shooters on the floor.
Yeah, a bit of a smaller lineup here. With Crosby really the only player over 6'2" on the court right now.
Yeah. Oh, Crosby got the position, but he was a little off to the right.
But they're really trying to play man-to-man defense, so maybe trying to have a lot of speed on the floor. Good defense. Drew the foul. Gonna call it on Bennett, but he's not happy about it.
No. Coach is telling him, you did it. He's trying to explain to him what he did wrong. We're under the 10-minute mark now. 18-17 is the score. Northampton is holding on to that lead, but Brookdale is making a nice run at it.
Yeah, we'll see how long Coach Ezek decides to go with the smaller lineup here.
Yeah.
With only one of the big guys in for Northampton, I think you can afford to go to this lineup until they decide to come back up with one of their bigger guys, but we'll see what happens.
Second one made, so 3-point game now, 20-17, Northampton.
Nobody really moving for Brookdale. Brown going to work here.
Isaiah Johnson wide open in the corner.
Bad pass. Johnson recovers. Knocks it down.
That's it.
Despite the pass being a little bit off, Johnson did a good job of recovering it.
Yeah.
Had plenty of time to get it up.
Grabbing
He's
his
starting
first,
to get going here.
Yeah, getting his first three-pointer tonight after missing the
We
first
were
two.
just saying we hadn't mentioned him much, but he's got a couple baskets here.
Now he tied it all up 20-20 with
Good defense there by Johnson
on
as
the
well.
clock.
Again, the shot clock running down now. Around that 10-second mark. They were really taking a lot of time to run their plays. Good defense.
Yeah.
And there's another good possession. You know, the danger of, I understand you want to take time and set up what you want, but the danger is once the first or second look isn't there, you get caught out of position with about 5-6 seconds on the shot clock. You really have to start forcing it, and that's been a bit of an issue the last few possessions for Northampton. Bennett thought about it. Now going to work. Get some room. Oh, good. Again, now the two big guys in there for Northampton, but a little miscommunication.
Still all tied up.
Just on cue, Noah Dean checks in so that he can guard one of the bigger guys. They'll probably have him guard Culp.
8 minutes, 30 seconds in this first half. Still tied up 20-all. Just off the front of the rim there. Brookdale really doing a nice job at defense these last few possessions.
Good job by Dean to slap that ball away. And Dean really doing a good job of guarding the bigger guy there.
Yeah.
Just getting in front of him, making the pass tough. The entry pass is the key to feeding the big men, but Dean's making it as tough as he can right now. Shot clock down to 10 once again.
They keep putting themselves in this hole time after time.
And a legal screen there. Feels like Northampton hasn't done anything on offense in a while now.
Yeah. Coach Brennan McCarthy did not agree.
No.
Isaiah Johnson got it out, got caught up a little bit there. Big block. Josh Kaiser.
Two big guys now for Northampton starting to make their presence felt. Not a lot of baskets in the paint for Brookdale, and they're going to have to get those guys moving around if they want to get some baskets in the paint. Corey Brown. Isaiah Johnson. Again, more outside shooting, and I think that's been the emphasis since the two big guys are in the paint. You have to keep moving that ball around the outside and get good looks.
That three helped them take the lead. It's now 23-20 for Brookdale with 7:10 on the clock.
See Noah Dean working down low, trying to deny position.
Noah Dean's going to get called on that one.
Dean's fighting down there against the bigger Culp, but, to this point, he's been doing a really good job on him.
Check that on Crosby. Ooh, Javon Bennett got a fingertip on that one.
Good screen, and a good look there. And Noah Dean with a rebound.
Nice rebound by Dean. 6:45 on the clock, 23-20 still. Brookdale now has possession and the lead.
Oh, he stepped
out, from the corner. Trying to tip it out, but went right into the hands of Isaiah Johnson. Now he's going coast to coast.
He had Cox for a second. Decides to pull it. Knocks it down.
Good. Isaiah Johnson taking charge and scoring the last 5 points for Brookdale. Makes it now 25-20 with 6 minutes left in this first half. And Tyler Grzeski going to check in.
Be interesting to see who comes in for.
He might just give Isaiah Johnson a break. Isaiah Johnson's been playing since we started this game.
Johnson again.
Oh, he's on fire. I don't think Coach liked that when he was throwing up the three. He was throwing up the old goggles.
Brookdale really putting together some defensive possessions there. Well defended, forcing bad shots, turnovers.
So Noah Dean's now the tallest on the court at 6'4". 5:15 on the clock.
It's been working. They're getting good shots. They've been knocking him down for the most part.
Yeah.
Johnson thought about it from way downtown.
That's about 4 steps from the line. Oh, Coach is not happy with that. Tyler Grzeski with a deep three, no good.
Kind of forced into that shot because Bennett took a long time trying to make that play develop. Off shot there.
That's
almost
a rainbow.
A great rebound.
Yeah. 28-22 for Brookdale now. 4:30 on the clock. 4:34 as Stevan Bennett gets fouled. Coach Bob in attendance after that one, talking about that tough win they just pulled out, if you didn't see. Down by 11 at one point, came back to win it by 8. It ended off with, or 10.
After a quick start, bit of a slower pace of this game now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was thinking
especially since Northampton is running in 30 seconds off the shot clock every possession, so it's starting to tick away pretty quickly here.
It looked like we were going to be on pace for a pretty high-scoring game. Misses both of them. Pretty uncharacteristic of Bennett. Looks like Cox is not going to get much time on the bench. He's going to head right back in. 28-22 with 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock.
And even with the small lineup out there, they're doing a good job on the boards, not really paying for it. Coach is just going to stay with it. Getting the 2 big men a rest, bit of a lead, and not really suffering with a smaller lineup on the court.
Cox back in for Bennett. Both teams, four fouls apiece. Brookdale with a 6-point lead.
Bit of a fortunate bounce on that one.
Yeah.
Brown going to work. No call there.
Just under 4 minutes now. 28-22 remains a score. Both offenses have stopped a little bit. They can push it.
Cox to the basket, finishes.
Rolling it in. Isaiah Johnson was going nuts out there. He had
Johnson
all 3 guys
look,
on him. Yeah. All 3 guys were on Bennett. Coach McCarthy. It's nice to see another outspoken coach like Coach Gizak on the court. I like that.
Yeah, he's having a couple issues with the calls here.
So they're going to take a full timeout. 30-22 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Guys, now's the time. Get some pizza for halftime. Domino's or Red Bank. You can go online, Domino's.com. You can fire up the app on your phone and talk to the new voice assist with Dom.
Yep.
Or you can just call him. Call a human being. That still exists. 60 English Plaza proudly supporting the men's and women's basketball teams this year.
Check out the cheerleaders here with their little entertainment for the crowd. Nice hand from the crowd here for the cheerleaders. And with 3:40 to go, neither team really in any kind of foul trouble. Only 9 fouls committed by both teams. So quick pace of this game, especially with the high scoring early on. Even with the better defense, still not a lot of fouls being committed.
No. Brookdale with 30 points. Northampton Spartans with 22. Big region game. Every game now for Brookdale is a region game.
Yeah, when I spoke to Coach Chizek earlier in the week, he definitely emphasized that every single game is big, and every game you can win brings you a little bit up in those standings. So far, so good.
Trying to, Michael Samuel was, it's end one. Terrell Cox made it, and this is going to be a 3-point opportunity here. The timeout kind of threw everybody off a little bit in the middle of it.
Kind of forgot what they were doing.
Yeah. Bangs it in. 31-22 now with 3:40 on the game clock.
Full court press now picked up by Brookdale, but good job by Northampton to beat it. Northampton's going to take their time. Again, really trying to slow this game down, keep it a low-scoring game. And you know what? That may not be a bad strategy if you're Northampton. Brookdale likes to get up there and run and get that score up, but if you can keep it a low-scoring game, a defensive battle, you might have a shot.
They don't start to develop anything until 10 seconds on the shot clock, and then it gets things like that happen, or either they can't get it going and they're rushed to take a shot they don't want to take. They're not down by a lot. It's only 31-22.
And maybe part of that is the pace of this game. Even though you're turning it over, you're not getting a shot. You're using a lot of the clock. You're running the game clock down, and you're kind of slowing Brookdale down from the fast pace they probably like to play. Grzeski with a good move, couldn't finish.
2:45 now on the clock.
It's early in the shot clock for them, but not a good look. Bit of a mismatch out there.
Yeah.
Ooh, good feed inside the Dean.
Nice job, Noah Dean with the hesitation.
Pump fake there.
Yeah.
Got the big man up in the air. You got to kind of jump into him and draw the foul.
Norbert Allen's going to catch some minutes now. He's been on the bench for a pretty extended amount of time.
I think Coach Chizek maybe just liked the matchups better with him out, but trying to get him back in because the size of Northampton's starting to be a little bit of a factor here. Like we said, in the paint especially. Johnson catch and shoot.
That young man is something special out there in the baseball court.
He is just able to find a way.
Both teams now with 5 fouls apiece, with 2:14 on the clock. 33-22 Brookdale, the 11-point lead. Northampton trying to cut into that. First one's no good. Six to second.
Like Johnson's going to try to go all by himself here. Good pull. A little short on that one.
Shot doesn't land for Isaiah Johnson as we surpass the 2-minute mark. Brookdale with a 10-point lead, 33-23 over the Northampton Spartans.
A chance for Northampton here to get it under double digits.
Just like Glenn Bates might be headed over to the table. This look.
Grzeski in the corner. Knocks it down.
36-25 now. Minute 20 on the clock.
Bit of a collision down low there.
Yeah.
Samuel gets to the basket again. He's been doing a pretty good job of that. Really penetrating and drawing contact or just finishing at the rim.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, and he's a smaller guy at 5'7", but really gets up high. Uses his jumping ability to really get himself close to the basket.
Yeah, he can get vertical and he's very quick. Glenn Bates coming in for Isaiah Johnson, who played the entire first half up until this point.
It was very productive, but maybe we saw in that last shot a little bit short. Maybe his leg's getting a little bit tired.
Yeah, give him a break. Let him sit the last minute 18 out. Get that 15 minutes at halftime and get him fresh.
Good dish there. Grzeski traveled.
Yeah. Double dribble there. 36-26 with a minute 07. Northampton hasn't made a whole lot of substitution themselves.
And there's another penetration by Samuel.
Now he's starting to fire it up for him. He's got 42 open, but Terrell Cox came over. 30 seconds now, about a 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
Samuel
Three goes up.
No good.
Nice rebound by Allen.
Chance to extend this to double digits. So they're going to try to hold for the last shot here.
Yeah, shot
Without Johnson on the
off.
court, they're probably going to end up going with Corey Brown just coming off a pick, but we'll see. Cox has been kind of quiet, but he's able to knock down a shot.
10 seconds past now.
Knock down a shot. We'll see where they go.
6.
Big man's going to set him a pick.
4 seconds.
Oh, good play there to get to the big man, but can't finish.
Nope.
Time runs out.
Time runs out with the score 36-28 as we head into halftime. We saw Isaiah Johnson really come on at the end of that half, where he started off pretty slow. He missed 2 threes, and he fired it up. I mean, he was really the big focal point. We saw Terrell Cox was more the focal point of the first half on Tuesday.
Sure.
But definitely a good game coming up right now, yeah.
Yeah, and, we thought maybe the big men would have a little bit more of an impact since there's some size for Northampton.
Yeah.
Coach Chizak decided to go small. Kind of worked out for him. Defensively, Noah Dean did a really good job. Grzeski came in the game, hit a big shot.
Yeah.
Just a lot of mixing and matching, but a smaller lineup, and it kind of worked for Coach Chizak. So we'll see going forward in the second half if he decides to stick with that. Not a lot of time for Crosby, which is a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
But maybe just the matchup, Coach Chizak
Picked
really
up a
liked
couple
better.
fouls, too.
Yeah.
They started off with a lot of threes. Terrell Cox hit a couple. Corey Brown, Isaiah Johnson missed a few, but they were really firing off the threes early in the game. You think they're going to keep that up in the second half?
Well, I think so, because the size of Northampton's giving them a lot of problems down low. Even when you saw at the end of the half there with Norbert Allen really just trying to get the putback in there, and there's a lot of guys that are big down there really contesting that. So you figure you want to shoot the outside shots because that's where the space is on the floor.
Yeah.
So going forward in the second half, it's going to be a lot of the same. You saw Corey Brown with a lot of penetration, but we're used to seeing Corey Brown maybe finish those shots. He's kicking a lot of those out to the shooters, and give them credit. They're knocking those shots down. If they can keep that up and knock those shots down, then the interior defense of Northampton's really not going to be a factor in the second half.
So I believe Tim might have wrangled somebody down for another interview. Tim, what do you got?
All right, we're back here. Normally we do an interview, but for right now, Brookdale going into the half up 36-28 Northampton. I'm going to step aside and give it to our very own Michael Boyce of Brookdale Television, do a magic trick. So, Mike, take it away.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Score is 36-28 as we come back from the half, and Brookdale really started to fire it up at the end of this first half. What do they got to do to keep it going?
I think just keep going with what works. Johnson really had a good first half, made most of his shots, got good looks, and like we talked about, at the end of the half, keep working the perimeter because, the inside is kind of occupied. You have a lot of big bodies down there, but if you can keep getting good outside shots and knocking them down, you'll win this game.
Heading back out, Norbert Allen working his way back in after having a pretty shaky first half.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. There's some games where he's really on it.
Yeah. Good screen by Allen and get Johnson going early here.
There he goes. That makes him 4 for 6 from behind the arc.
And using the big man as a big-time screen there and just getting right around him.
That's Brookdale is 8 for 13 shooting at 3-point tonight. Oh, nice steal by Isaiah Johnson, too.
Johnson uses the pick again, fires. Nothing stopping him right now. He's on fire.
Makes the score 42-28, just like that, as we reach the 19-minute and 10-second mark.
Samuel again getting the
drive.
paint.
Nice drive by Samuel.
Doing it all night.
Yeah.
Johnson going to work again. A little ball reversal the other side of the court.
Now he's playing tight on him.
Good way to find the big man and a good move using the basket as a shield going up and under.
It's smart. You'll usually see him just go two-handed up, and he always gets hit from behind. Michael Samuel trying to get something going for this offense.
There's a three, much needed shot there.
Answers right back with a three of his own, Brandon Schlosser.
Now Northampton needs some stops here. Johnson is absolutely torching them.
Yeah, he's on fire. If this is NBA James, he'd be on fire.
That's one way to stop him, cause him to travel.
Yeah. 44-33 with 18 minutes on the clock.
Jump step there by Samuel.
Yeah.
Call a foul there, but like Cox may have just had the ball there.
Yeah. There's two different calls on the court. I think that's what Cox might have been trying to argue. The ref down on the baseline. Yeah, it's always tough.
Nothing you can do about it, but keep fighting.
Yeah. That shot put up, and it's good. 44-35 with 17 and a half now left in this game.
Northampton trying to inch their way back slowly. Much better offensive looks for them.
Yeah.
Not running that shot clock all the way down.
Terrell Cox picked up his dribble. Now he's got to get rid of it. Shot clock ticking down to 10, and the
good
three
look for
goes
Cox.
up. Good.
They've just been knocking those shots down all night long.
Nice shot there by Samuel. Corey Brown with the hustle. I wanted him to slam it. He didn't have the position. He had a man in his face, but I wanted him to just two-hand jam it in there. 49-35 now. Yeah. 16 and a half minutes on the clock.
Nothing going there. Smart heads-up play by Samuel to make sure he got in bounds before he picked up that ball.
Oh, he was trying to alley-oop it to him. They really weren't on the same page there. Another three.
Dean almost had that one.
Mistimed his jump.
Could have slammed that one back in if he timed it right.
Yeah. 49-35, just hit the 16-minute mark. Brookdale in the lead, still holding on since halftime.
And we'll take this time out to tell you about the 2015 Hall of Fame induction coming up this weekend, Friday night with the banquet at the Sheraton in Eatontown, followed by a ceremony, followed by the President's Brunch, rather, on Saturday morning. And then here at halftime of the game, we'll have a little bit of a celebration. All the inductees will be here joining us at the game. So it'll be a fun Hall of Fame weekend here.
Yeah.
One we look forward to, hopefully annually.
Join us here on Brookdale TV. Noon is when the coverage starts for just the men's game this week. No women's game on the weekend. If you've been listening to the broadcast, you'll know that they're going to travel down to Maryland to play a couple games. Coming out of this timeout, 15:52 on the clock, and Brookdale is up 49-35.
So still the guys that started the half for Brookdale.
Little water fell on the court. Coach going to clean it up. Both teams doing a pretty good job staying out of foul trouble in the opening 4 minutes as well. Only one on Brookdale's way.
First half, more, pretty much the same there. Just not a lot of fouls being called.
Yeah.
Clean defense.
Coach Charlie Hawthorne cleaning up the spot. Assistant coach, all around
maintenance.
handyman.
Yeah, everything.
Jack of all trades.
Trying to go over the top there. Tough time getting it in.
Yeah.
The Brookdale bench wanted to travel on that.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Only Terrell Cox is second.
Second personal, second team foul.
First one does not bounce for Michael Samuel, who has really been the big part of this this Spartan offense. (49-36), Brookdale with 15:20 on the clock. Isaiah Johnson was open in the corner for a second. Burbank going to take one of his own, and Noah Dean's going to put it back.
Taps him to himself, puts it right back in.
Doing better on the rebounding front in this half than we saw in the first.
Noah Dean's been pretty quiet, but he's been doing a good job with this matchup all night and just kind of getting those hustle plays going.
Yeah, the number 32, Derek Gold, besides one play in the opening 2 minutes, and we'll see if he can shut me up here, and he does.
Never fails, Pat.
I was going to say not doing much, but he must have heard.
Well, he's a big man that can come out and shoot the J, so
yeah,
you're going to have to watch out for that. And they kind of been looking for him all night, but hasn't really been able to get a good look at it.
Isaiah Johnson tried to answer back with a three of his own. Could not make it. 51-39, 14 and a half now, and we're going to get another three put up. Rebounded by Noah Dean.
It's a good rebound by Dean. Had Culp all over his back.
Yeah.
Poor decision there.
Yeah. Oh, nice steal by Corey Brown. Couldn't haul it in, though.
Samuel did a good job to recover that for his team. Nearly threw that one away.
That one doesn't go for him. Another rebound.
An offensive foul. See Coach Chizek there.
First foul of the half.
Yeah. Decides to go to Crosby off the bench.
Coach McCarthy wants an explanation. I think I heard him throw the word flop out there as well.
Yep.
51-39. Brookdale holding strong onto that lead. With 13:45 ticks left. Timeout called by Coach Paul Chizak.
Pivotal game in the point, right? Pivotal point in the game, rather. If you're Brookdale, you got to be happy with where you are, but there's a lot of things that you can fix. And, it starts on the offensive end. Kind of got away from what they were doing. Missing a lot of shots now. Need to settle down, make some shots here. And on the defensive end, doing a pretty good job. A couple threes knocked down, but on that last possession, they missed a couple pretty good looks, did Northampton. So, I mean, you could be in a different spot here. Had they made a couple shots, they probably could have made. So I think Coach Chizak kind of knew that and wanted to make sure his guys, just because they didn't score doesn't mean that we didn't do anything wrong. And just really point out to his team that we have to fix a couple things if we want to keep this lead.
Get yourself a late night snack. Why don't you order up some Domino's? I've heard from my sources in the field that thin crust and the bread bowls are the way to go. Domino's at Red Bank is at 60 English Plaza in Red Bank. You can order online. You can call them up. You can get the app. You can get some delicious food delivered right to your door.
Correction of the previous foul. It was charge number 32, Derek Cole. His second.
Terrell Cox was having a little chat with the official as they corrected the foul there. About the call he didn't like down at below the basket on the other end of the court.
Oh, no, got caught napping. Was trying to find the guy to pass to, couldn't find anybody, and then defender just reached in and knocked the ball away.
That's going to be Northampton ball as well. Nice rebound by Crosby there.
Cope had a pretty decent look at it.
Yeah. 13 on the clock. Brookdale 51, Northampton 39. Long three by Johnson. Ooh, just bounces off.
Brzezinski almost got to it.
Yeah,
hit
going
the ground.
down hard. Northampton trying to fire something up. Michael Samuel.
A lot of contact down low between Kaiser and Crosby. Crosby called for the foul.
See a couple of the women's jersey blues sticking around to root on the men. Nice defense there by Tyler Grzeski.
Johnson trying to push the ball, but nothing there. Well, a bit of a zone here, trying to take away the inside game.
It's a hard pass.
No, Dean in the paint, but couldn't get the ball.
No, that was a tough pass to make.
Oh, that one's just out of control. Crosby somehow comes up with it.
He gets
draws the foul. Give Crosby credit. That was kind of a wild pass that kind of went off the rim for Dean, and Crosby just happened to be in the right spot and made the play on it.
Yep.
Intentional foul call number 10, Michael Samuel.
So now the official's going to have a
intentional foul call. Now. I'm not sure how that happened, but
I didn't see that either. Coach McCarthy having a heated discussion with the official. I heard some comments from the peanut gallery there in the stands too. Oh, bangs that one in. They're going to take possession under the basket as well.
Nobody picked up Johnson.
Man. Oh, in and out. Got robbed on that one.
Dean came up with that. 3 seconds. Crosby camped out in the paint. No one found him.
Offensive 3 seconds in the paint. Spartans ball.
That's a hard one. 52-39 with 12 minutes now in this game. Brookdale out up front. Tyler Grzeski picking up his first foul. That is Brookdale's 4th. Pretty similar position to where they were in the first half. I mean, you've seen a big shift in the offense of Northampton. You know, it's not that hanging around, letting 20 seconds come off the shot clock, and then rushing your shot.
Yeah, a lot of good penetration and a couple of shots now being knocked down, and all of a sudden, a couple more stops here, and they can get themselves, you know, a chance to get real close here.
Yeah, defense hasn't been going great for them. That's been the really thorn in their side for
really converging on Johnson there because 3 defenders.
Brian Reese Jr. is headed in now. Isaiah Johnson's going to head to the stripe to take a free throw. It's a game we saw on the, big difference in the game we saw on Tuesday. That was littered with fouls. Brian Crosby fouled out. Noah Dean, I believe, fouled out as well. Opposite team had a few guys, too.
They only had 7, and 2 of them fouled out. So they were down to the last 5.
It was lucky because there was only 30 seconds left on the clock when that happened. It could have been pretty bad for them.
Good follow there.
Nice tap in there by Josh Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser's been kind of kept quiet a little bit.
Yeah.
Dean doing a really good job guarding him. Crosby at times doing a good job guarding him.
Yeah, they're 2 big guys offensively. Haven't been doing much. Cope and Kaiser, I mean, they've been a presence on defense, but offensively they don't really run that through them.
Reese in the corner.
He's going to get himself one
it
as
was
well.
There. I mean, he's just camping out over there. No one's really picking him up.
They've been shooting like maniacs from behind the arc tonight.
And that's been there since they're occupying the paint. The outside's been there. Got to get those big guys moving. Good post move there by Escobar.
11 for 18 from behind the arc for Brookdale tonight. 56-45 with 10:20 now left on the game. Oh, what a move.
Nice move in the paint there.
Isaiah Johnson is just a freak of an athlete. You love to see what he can do this year, but you hope he stays. You hope he stays for another season. Right,
Reese open in the corner again. Oh, there it is. Reese. No good that time. Grzeski got in there.
Grzeski was coming in. We're going to stay on this side of the court. 9:42 on the clock, 58-47 on the scoreboard. The home team has the lead.
They're trying to get Johnson, looks like in the corner over there.
Nice clean shot by Terrell Cox.
He's been fairly quiet tonight.
Yes. Compared to Tuesday, yeah, for sure. Northampton have a little bit of a tough time now on offense setting this play up.
Shot clock starting to tick down a little bit.
Reset back to their old ways from the first half, trying to get something going with 10 seconds.
Trying to set it up there. The big man, he lets it go.
Nice shot.
Oh, you wonder why they weren't doing that earlier. He's coming off the screens, catching, shooting. He's a big guy. It's hard to, it's hard to stop him.
It seems like they tried it a few times, but they just couldn't get it open.
4 guys, and Johnson just maybe not the smartest decision there to go after all 4 of those guys. And all of a sudden now an 8-point game.
60-52. Brookdale holding on to that lead, but Northampton is cutting into it. 8:30 now left in this game.
Northampton would love another stop right here.
Yeah. Coach Shizak's going to take a timeout with 13 seconds on the shot clock and 8:18 on the game clock.
Just didn't like what he was seeing there.
Yeah. Can't blame him on that one. Doesn't look like really anything
an
was starting to develop.
In an 8-point game, you got to value your possession. And
yeah.
if they were to turn it over and give a chance for Northampton to really cut into this lead even more.
Yeah, you had them at a decent position. Now they're starting to really hit their stride on offense and making stops on the other end of the court as well.
Cheerleaders with another nice performance here.
And this great arena you see every week is always getting some fantastic things here. We have the Division III Region 19 tournament here once more. That's going to take place on February 26th and February 28th. No Division II. Last year we had both of them, and it was a madhouse, and it was a lot of great basketball. It was 2 full days of just a lot of really high-flying action. Both Brookdale men's and women's walked away with a national championship bid. Couldn't bring home the trophy again, but hoping this year we'll maybe turn it around a little bit. Not used to the way they started off.
Yeah.
With losses.
Definitely been playing better as of late, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are really starting to get into it now. (60-52), 8:15 on the clock. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Isaiah Johnson's got to get something going.
Brzezinski really lets it fire from
that
deep.
would have been something else. Kind of had no choice. 8 minutes now on the game clock.
Not a great shot there.
No.
If you're Coach McCarthy, you're not loving that. Down 8, chance to cut it, to 6. And with this lineup, really what they're looking to try to do is go a little bit smaller, but really space them out and put Brzezinski in one corner, Reese in the other corner, the 2 guys that can definitely let the long ball fly and just space out the floor and let Johnson maybe go to work.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson getting a lot of extended minutes this season.
Nothing there.
Yeah, airballed it right over the
Coach
rim.
Shizak has seen enough of him. Oh, and maybe he can redeem himself here. Can't finish.
But Terrell Cox can.
Brzezinski kept it alive, and Cox got in there and made the play.
Brookdale back up to that 10-point lead, 62-52, 7:05 left in this game. Northampton's one of the teams that are really kind of out of it at this point. They're just trying to play some basketball, maybe play a little spoiler too for Brookdale. But you can't doubt their heart. I mean, they've been in it the whole game. They're not making a whole lot of substitutions either. They've had
Good
2
feed
guys
in there to the big man. Can't finish.
2 guys on their bench that have been in their warm-ups the entire time.
Oh, good hesitation there. Maybe an unlucky call there. Looks like he came up with that ball right up to the basket there.
That's the 4th team foul for the Northampton Spartans. Score remains 62-52, 6:41 left in this match.
Still pretty close, 10-point game. Tough shot there.
Yeah.
Dean with the rebound, though.
Toss it out, smart move.
Johnson, plenty of time. Can't get it to go.
His last few have been off.
He had a lot of time on that one.
He was 5 for 7. Now he's missed 3 straight. He's 5 for 10.
Still 50%.
That's still, you can't complain about that.
Ooh, Samuel again working
Yeah.
inside.
You can get in there.
Hanging around at 8 points for a while now. Brookdale's got to get some baskets. They want to extend this lead. Oh,
Nice
good
pass,
pass by
yeah.
Cox to get that through the defenders.
6-minute mark, 62-54. Brookdale still on top.
Good pass by Brown.
That's 2, and it's good.
Give Brown credit. He really got that pass around the big man Cope.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a turnover there. Cox being aggressive, takes it to the basket.
Nice. Good move by Terrell Cox.
Coach McCarthy going to take a timeout.
So with 5:16 left, Brookdale's up by 12 now, 66-54. And that will be a full timeout. So while you have some time here, head over to Domino's.com. Download the app. It'll only take a second. We all got smartphones nowadays. And order up some pizza. Get some chicken wings. Maybe fire up some thin crust. Do whatever you want. Yeah. Turned down for what?
Yeah. There it is. As we head down the stretch here with 5:16 left. Brookdale looks to be in command of this game if they can keep up the defensive intensity.
Yeah.
Offensively, looking pretty good at times. Not a high-scoring game, but
No.
definitely,
Still solid.
solid performance. And,
Yeah.
Johnson was hot for a while, started missing a little bit, but, you never know when he can just start catching fire.
Trying to work it inside on Noah Dean.
Nothing there.
No.
Cox open.
Smart move. Easy for him. He hits those all day. Scoreboard reads 68-54 in favor of the home court Jersey Blues with 4:45 seconds left.
Samuel steps back. Nothing on that shot. This one's starting to get away a little bit.
Their offense was really hitting a good point, and now they've just really kind of gone soft. You're not crossing up Isaiah Johnson, I'll tell you that much.
Good look.
Nice rebound.
Shot they wanted, but can't hit it.
Yeah, slow it up. Corey Brown with the ball now. Score 68-54 for Brookdale. 4 minutes on the clock.
Brown being aggressive, going to the basket there.
Ooh, first one bounces out.
Previous foul is on number 30, Josh Kaiser. His first. Escobar.
Correction at the table. The foul is on Kaiser.
4:04 left.
Gets that one in, brings it to 69-54.
Starting to get away from Northampton a little bit here. Need to get some baskets. Good move, but couldn't finish. A couple tips, and finally they get it.
Northampton, full timeout.
Coach McCarthy taking himself a timeout.
Trying to get something going here on the defensive end, because right now they got to get stops. Not a lot of time left. Just may not be enough possessions to get back in this game.
Yeah, that's what's really hurting them here.
So take a look at the cheerleaders once again.
Red, blue, and white, yeah.
There it is.
Both teams with 5 fouls doing a really solid job of keeping out of foul trouble.
All day today in the women's game, too.
Yeah.
We haven't had a lot of fouls. Yeah. Good fundamental defense.
Compared to Tuesday, I mean, they're playing great. 69-56 is on that scoreboard with 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
It's just about executed down the stretch here if you're Brookdale.
Yeah.
Comfortable lead. You know, you don't want to turn the ball over. You want to get good possessions. If you're going to miss shots, make sure you take up some time on that shot clock, and it's a good shot. You start turning the ball over, taking shots early in the shot clock, that's how you let Northampton get back in this game. Again, an interesting lineup. None of the big guys in right now for Brookdale. They've been going to the smaller lineup, and it's been working for them.
Yeah.
I think the speed of Brookdale has really given a lot of problems to Northampton with those 2 big guys really just struggling to do anything offensively. Now a bit of a full court press for Northampton.
Kind of really got to do anything right now. You're down 13 points with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. They've used a lot of timeouts. They only have 1 left. Getting called out from the sideline is Coach McCarthy.
Yeah, he's just putting emphasis on pressure in the ball.
6 on the clock. Got away from him.
Grzeski with a prayer, but an offensive rebound.
Man.
That's the last thing you need if you're
With a fresh
Northampton.
35 now, they really got to get on him with this defense. They can't let him waste another 35 seconds.
Good defensive possession. They got what they wanted, but they allowed the offensive rebound.
Couldn't finish.
And Brown having a little bit of trouble. Now Cox in a little bit of trouble. Good job to recover by Cox.
2:55. 69-56 for Brookdale.
Well executed right now by Brookdale, just beating this pressure that they're flying at him with.
6 on the clock.
Brown and one. Give Brookdale credit. They're just outworking them right now. You know, Northampton got the stop they wanted, but Cox came in, grabbed the rebound, set it back up, ran that shot clock down again, and they got the points this time.
I mean, they just took a full minute off the clock, and now
they're going to end up with at least 2 points. Yeah. If you're Northampton, you need a quick basket.
Yeah.
And then a quick stop. So still the 2 points, you know, with a minute off the clock, it's something they'll take. Oh, and that's blocked and off the back of Cope.
Man.
Noah Dean.
Yeah.
Give Noah Dean credit. We haven't heard him a lot, but he's been doing a great job on Cope all day.
Yeah, he's been playing solid. It's not a flashy game. He's been playing real solid. Nice. Oh, he just lost it. Isaiah Johnson recovering, though. 2 minutes, 23 seconds, 71-56 for the Jersey Blues.
It's going to put Johnson at the line for a 1-on-1 now. Not a lot going right for Northampton down the stretch here.
Yeah. First one's good, so he can take a second. That's not the face of a man who's up by 16 points right now. The many emotions of Coach Paul Chesak. And he sinks the second, so now 73-56 with 2:20 left.
Oh, good pass inside there.
Very
That's
good
what they
pass.
need, a quick bucket, but they got to get stops.
Yeah, no, it's really hard for them to try to, climb this one now. They would have started doing it 2 minutes ago.
Brown trying to do a little too much there. He's got to just be able to give that ball up and just help run time off the clock.
Steps out of bounds with 1:59 now. 73 to 58.
Good rebound there by Cox. This one's all but over. Brookdale just trying to stay away from the pressure here.
Find Grzeski in the corner.
Yeah, he's not going to shoot it. They're not going to shoot the ball with anything more than 10 seconds on the clock.
Staying down here with 1:30. Coach Chizak's going to take a timeout, it seems. Brookdale has 73 points, and Northampton has 58. Brookdale's also in the bonus.
So kind of everything going well for Brookdale right now down the stretch.
Yeah.
And if you're Northampton, there's not much they can do right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of an insurmountable lead at this point. That minute off the clock, and then they got
that huge
the
possession.
basket.
Yeah, a couple possessions there with
That
that
was
offensive
huge.
rebound. You thought at that point they were putting some pressure on the ball, got the stop they needed.
Yeah.
Offensively they've been pretty decent today, Northampton. Struggled at times, but 58 points is nothing to sneeze at, at this point. But on the defensive end, they've had a lot of trouble with Johnson. Cox at times has burned them. Really having a really tough time with the smaller lineup that Coach Chizak decided to go to. A lineup that we haven't really seen a lot of this year. Usually he's got one of the big guys in.
Yeah.
But really going with Dean, in the middle, just as his defensive stopper, and really just getting a bunch of shooters on the floor and spreading the floor, spreading the big guys out and making them pay for it. And give Coach Chizak credit for preparing for this game. I mean, he really did a good job of just scouting this team and understanding what's going to take to beat them.
Heading out of this timeout, there's 1:30 left on the clock. The score is 73 to 58 for Brookdale. .16 seconds on the shot clock. Terrell Cox is going to take one.
Noah Dean.
Nice rebound by Noah Dean. 9 seconds. No reset.
It's been kind of the same way the whole stretch here.
Yeah. Oh, he was right up there with him, eye to eye.
Trying to get up there and block him, but Samuel got up pretty high too himself.
He did.
Johnson tried to make a little highlight play there.
Yeah.
Samuel did a good job of protecting himself with his body and getting up to the basket.
It's a little different for Isaiah Johnson having 3 fouls in a game.
Yeah.
Usually this foul would usually be his first.
Yeah.
Still not bad. I mean, that's still a great average for him. Corey Brown was open. He was calling for it. Noah Dean didn't see him. Gets it over to Terrell Cox. 50 seconds now with 15 on the shot clock. And they're just having a game of catch. Nice job.
Nice
Corey
and easy.
Brown.
Good patience on that penetration there. A lot of hesitation here.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time. You got to just get something. Take whatever you can get at this point. Any decent look at the basket, you got to fire it up.
It's going to stay down here with 34.1 seconds on the clock, 25 on the shot clock. Brookdale with a 14-point lead, 75 to 61.
Culp's going to fire one. Gets it to go.
It's a big three. It's too little too late at this point.
11 points, not bad, but not a lot of time left.
Yeah. You would have needed to do that 2 minutes
I don't know.
ago.
Johnson just turned that one over. Not making it easy. Oh, and one off. Oh, boy. Don't look now, but it's a 9-point game with a free throw coming. It's 20 seconds left. You thought this one was out of reach.
Yeah.
Still plenty of points to settle yourself down if you're the Blues, and kind of just relax a little bit and make them foul you and make some free throws, and you'll be all right. Give Northampton credit; they're fighting.
Yeah, no, they never gave up. Yeah, they're going to call a lane violation on Noah Dean. Went a little bit early.
And I think Northampton probably didn't want that because they got the rebound on that.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of a break there for Brookdale. See if maybe they try to make this one instead of missing it. I don't think he tried to miss it.
No. That's pretty. It takes a lot of skill to really place that exactly where you want it off the rebound.
Yeah.
It's near impossible.
Brown doing a lot of dribbling.
Yeah. 12 seconds now. As Noah Dean puts it up and in.
And that's what they needed right there. A little icing on the cake, if you will.
Right back up to that 10-point lead with 11.5 ticks left on the clock.
And you wonder if Northampton, 2 minutes ago did what they just did.
Yeah.
If it was a different game coming down the stretch here. But, able to cut it down to 9, or 8 rather, but not much more than that.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot a lot in this second half. Clock is winding down. We're at the 5 seconds now. 2 and 1. Last 3. See if he can sink it, and he gets it. But we got 0.2 of a second.
Let's do it. So on the scoreboard, it's a little bit closer than they thought it might have been about a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Brookdale really, they got up at the half, and they never looked back. Both teams did a really good job keeping out of foul trouble until those last couple minutes. Final score here is 77-70. Brookdale's got a lot of region games coming up ahead. This is going to be a really big week coming up for them, and then they got the region coming up at the end of the month. And what do they got to do to keep this streak rolling?
I think they got to just keep going with what's been working for them. Coach Shizek's mixing and matching the lineups, but, his emphasis is always on defense. And he found a lineup that was playing defense well and a lineup that was spreading the floor against a bigger, for the most part, a bigger team in general. And they did a really good job of keeping those big guys really a non-factor the whole game.
Yeah.
So going forward, you like that you got the last couple wins in the region. You could probably afford a loss here or there, but you want to win every game, of course. Mm-hmm. So interesting to see how the rest of the next couple weeks goes.
Definitely is. We're going to send it down to Tim. I believe he's got Coach Paul down there, and he's going to close out the broadcast for you, Tim.
All right, I'm standing by with head coach Paul Chiswick getting another win tonight for his Jersey Blues. And head coach Paul, it wasn't a great game. It was a little bit ugly at times, but you still are able to pull out a win tonight. Talk us through the night.
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed on the way we played. I don't think we played as well as we should. I thought defensively we made some mistakes. We need to get a little tougher on letting guys get open. But you know what? Like we said the other day, we had 5. Now we have 4. It's a big W for us. They're a tough team. They didn't quit. They kept going. We need to work on a few things, especially we got a 15-point lead, and all of a sudden they came at us with a 1-3-1, which we haven't seen all year. So we need to work on that a little bit. But overall, you know what? We'll take the W.
Your next game is this Saturday against Sussex at 12 p.m. Any mindset going in, only a couple days away to face them here?
Well, they're okay, but they've been playing really, really well lately. They have beaten Camden. They beat Bergen the other night. They beat Cumberland. So they're on a couple-game win streak. They're going to come in. They're going to come and play hard. Our job is to go and play defense. I think we need to strengthen our defense, and that's what we'll work on tomorrow again in practice. We need the game. It's a home game. It's a league game. It gets us closer to what our goal is, to hopefully finish in the top 4 of the league. And, right now, today was a good W for us. Sussex is a team that just plays hard, and if we come out flat, we'll have a problem. It's a 12 o'clock game. It's an early game. We have to be prepared, ready to play.
You mentioned you're going to work on defense during practice. On offense, is there anything in particular that you want to work on before the Sussex game on Saturday?
Well, you know, we shot the ball pretty good in the first half. We were 7-11 from 3. I think Isaiah was really, really hot. Shot the ball really well, and we found him. I think Terrell's playing a great game offensively. You know, offensively, if we move the ball around and get good percentage shots, you know, that's the key. But we can't live and die by the 3. And I think today we didn't shoot a lot of free throws because we didn't go to the rim enough. And I think, especially in the tournament time, you got to get to the rim. We didn't play the big guys a lot because it was a smaller situation. We went more guard-oriented tonight, and I think it's going to be, you know, every game we go in, we'll have to figure out what's our best lineup and go with it. And we'll see. And if whoever's hot, they're staying on the court and they're going to shoot the ball, which he was. He had a really good game tonight.
All right, well, best of luck on Saturday, and thanks so much for stopping by.
Well, I appreciate everything you do. Even watching the film last time, I knew I had to go get a haircut. That's all.
Yeah, he did get a haircut, so thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach Paul Chuzak. That's going to bring our telecast to a close tonight. Brookdale again victorious 77-70 over Northampton. As I mentioned during our interview, our next game for BTV will be this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time when Brookdale takes on Sussex. It's just the men on Saturday, so be sure to tune in for that. For Pat and Sean upstairs, all of our BTV crew, I'm Tim Catalfamo saying good night from the Robert J. Collins Arena. Brookdale is victorious once again.